We're traveling north on Las Vegas Boulevard from Charleston to US 93 and 95. Charleston got its name from Mount Charleston, which in turn was named after the capital of South Carolina by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Coolidge is President Calvin Coolidge, who in 1928 signed legislation that allowed construction of Boulder Dam. Hoover is for President Herbert Hoover. He, of course, was instrumental in the conception of Boulder Dam, and the construction of the dam happened during his presidency. Gass, or Octavius Decatur Gass, was an early resident and pioneer who bought the Las Vegas Rancho from the Mormons in the 1850s.
He and two other people bought the Las Vegas Rancho from the Mormons and in the late 1850s, and then he bought out his two partners, and that's why he was in so much debt that he ended up borrowing money from Archibald Stewart.
Garces Avenue, named for Father Francisco Garces, may have been the first Spaniard to enter southern Nevada. His diary from March 4th, 1776 indicates he reached 1 mile into the Nevada territory. Bonneville, or Captain Benjamin Luis Eulalie de Bonneville, was a fur trapper leading expeditions in northern Nevada in 1833. Clark is named after Lewis and Clark. Lewis also has a street in downtown, but it doesn't intersect with Las Vegas Boulevard.
Clark is a street name that a lot of people, you might look at it and say, well, that's Ed Clark, or maybe the Clark, William Andrews Clark, or what. No, it's that the whole group were explorers, and they were very clear that they were naming them for early explorers.
Bridger, or Jim Bridger, a 19th century fur trapper, scout, and guide. Carson, or Christopher Kit Carson, was the chief scout for John Charles Fremont, who in 1844 was the first to put Las Vegas on a map.
You know, his map of his 1844 expedition through here is the first time that the term Vegas, which means meadow, appears on a map and references this location.
Ogden, or Peter Ogden, was a trapper for the Hudson's Bay Company. Ogden, much like Carson, Fremont, Bridger, Clark, Lewis, and Bonneville, have many monuments spanning different states to acknowledge their expedition achievements. The name Stewart has 3 likely candidates for this honor. It could be Archibald Stewart, early prospector and rancher, William Morris Stewart, a Nevada senator between 1864 and 1875, then again in 1887 to 1905, but it's most likely Helen Stewart, considered the mother of Las Vegas. After Archibald Stewart foreclosed on the Las Vegas Rancho from the Gass family over a $5,000 debt, Helen became the owner after Archibald died. She sold it to Senator Clark from Montana. That gave Clark enough land and water rights to bring in the railroad from San Pedro, Los Angeles, all the way to Salt Lake City. And the last street before the 95 is Mesquite, not named for our friendly neighbor, but the Mesquite Club, the first women's club in Las Vegas in 1911.